As we showed you earlier in the show, there's a new video of a group of Republicans called the Young Guns. They're led by Paul Ryan, whose recipe for getting the budget under control is to slash Social Security. Of course! That's what they always want to do. If the Republicans got their way, they would raise the retirement age, cut benefits, and privatize your Social Security so they can gamble your retirement money on the stock market. George Bush tried this. Paul Ryan and some of his fellow young guns are back at it now. And of course, the head of the Deficit Commission, former Republican Senator Alan Simpson, is also on board. He famously said that Social Security is like a milk cow with 310 million teats. The problem, as many pointed out to Mr. Simpson, is that you paid into Social Security. You're not sucking off of it. You're just getting your money back for retirement, exactly as it was intended. So I believe Robert De Niro has a question for Alan Simpson, played by...
Oh, yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
I have nipples, Senator Simpson. Could you milk me? But to Republicans, any money that goes to middle class is an affront to them. Money to the bankers, fantastic. Money to the defense industry, couldn't be happier. Money that Americans put in toward their own retirement, nope, against it. Simpson has the attitude like it's his money, and he's deigning to give some of it back to you while he keeps the rest. You want to know what the reality is? Social Security has a $2.5 trillion surplus. Surplus. Say it with me. Surplus. It will pay 100% of your benefits through 2037. And in a worst case scenario, pay 78% of your benefits through 2084. So when they tell you it's broke, they are lying, lying, lying. The problem is they've already spent that surplus on tax cuts for the rich. Those are the guys that are sucking off of you. So here's something else they should suck on. Our rage. We should be united in saying that we will not let you rob us. And luckily we are. A recent AARP poll said that 85% of Americans are against cutting Social Security in any way. The American people have never been so clear. So what is the president's reaction to Simpson's outrageous suggestions? Of course, he gets to keep his job. He didn't offend Glenn Beck or Fox News Channel. No reason to fire him. If you're a strong progressive in this administration, like Van Jones, Shirley Sherrod, or Greg Craig, you meet the underside of a bus. But if you treat the American people like they're leeches, like Simpson did, or you call progressives effing retards, like Rahm Emanuel did, or you give Wall Street trillions in benefits, like Geithner did, well, then your job is perfectly safe because Fox News likes you. President Obama campaigned on change. We just never imagined it would be a change in his attitude that we were pushing for 2 years into his term. Joining me now is former Republican Congressman from Ohio, Bob McEwen. He and I have a bit of a difference of opinion, I suspect, here. Congressman, first of all, let's agree on the facts. $2.5 trillion surplus for Social Security, right?
Well, you just said that they've already spent it, and so therefore either it has been spent and there's nothing there, or the money is sitting there and it's a surplus. We have to decide on one or the other. The fact is that the money's gone.
No. Wait a minute. If we have a debt to China or we have a debt to Saudi Arabia, we have to pay it. Otherwise, the bond market will flip out. They'll say, what are you doing? America's faith and credit has to be met. Now, if we have a debt to the American people, which we do under Social Security, and you want to bilk them on that, well, that also involves our faith and credit. That's not right. And you guys spend it on your tax cuts for the rich and for your senseless, ridiculous wars. How about we get our money back?
Well, either the money is spent or it's there as a surplus. One or the other. Make up your mind. The fact is that it's gone. The fact is that it was in Treasury bonds and it's been consumed and spent, and there is no Treasury. And this year, the abutment that people said for years we would hit has come, and that is we are spending more money this year than it's taking in. Everyone knew it was coming. For 30 years, people predicted it. The day is now upon us. So we have the options.
No, Congressman, that is a blip in the radar because of the recession. Every economist agrees that it will pay 100% until 2037. Are you disagreeing with all those numbers?
Yes.
Of course you are, because you already spent their money. So you're not going to give it back to the American people, are you? They put it in every year, every single year. That comes out of our paycheck. We put it in, and you're saying we were suckers, that you just took the money, you gave it in tax cuts to the rich, and you're just not going to give it back. Is that what you're saying?
No, not even close. What I'm doing is quoting the Social Security report on August 11th that said that it is $2.5 trillion in the shortfall, as you just mentioned.
Surplus.
And as Bill Clinton said, how do you keep that from happening? The demographics, you know, if you just stop and think a bit, the date of 65 years of age was chosen by Bismarck in the 19th century. 38 years later, when Social Security was established, they took that same date. Of course, we're living 20 years longer than that, and so there is a demographic problem that everybody knew was coming, everybody knows here, and you can play politics all you want. I was an intern for my predecessor in the 1970s, and you can go to the parking lot of the House and the Senate today and see the same bumper sticker that I saw when I was a kid, and it said, "Vote Democrat, save Social Security." In other words, they've been riding this thing for 30 years. We knew this day would come. It's now here. There's no alternative.
I love the irony of what you just said. Congressman, you just told them you're going to cut their Social Security. You just told them, I'm not going to pay you back. You just told them you're going to raise the retirement age. You said 65 is too young. Now you're saying the Democrats are demagoguing in it? No, they're telling the truth. You just said it.
You wouldn't have had to repeat it if I had said that, because you know that I didn't.
Wait, didn't you just say that raise the retirement age?
Did I just not quote Bill Clinton, who said you do three things?
Okay, but you're saying, no, put aside Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's not here. I want to know what you think. Should we raise the retirement age?
We have a Chinese menu of options. One of them, as Bill Clinton said, is that you can control benefits.
Forget Bill Clinton.
Stick with me here. No.
You're
You can listen.
Do you want to raise the retirement age? Do you want to raise it? Yes or no?
I said there's a series of options, and we're not going to take anything off the table if you're smart.
In other words, yes. Of course. You tell me you're not going to cut Social Security. As a Republican, you say you're not going to cut Social Security. Can I get your word on that? That once, if the Deficit Commission says we're going to cut Social Security or raise the retirement age, that your Congressman McEwen, you're going to come back on and say, I'm against this commission. They should never do that. The American people put their hard-earned money into that. I'm not going to rob them. Are you going to say that?
That's a cute political attack. That's a cute political attack. You tell me what to do when you're running short of money. What are your options? Let's hear it.
I'll tell you exactly what you do. You know what you do? There are 100 other things to cut.
Let's hear it.
For example,
name one.
Billions in defense contractor waste in defense. Here's one. How about we didn't go into that dumbass war in Iraq and waste $1 trillion when we found 0 weapons of mass destruction? You flushed that down the toilet.
Social Security,
and now
not
you're talking about robbing people's Social Security. That is outrageous.
No, not your contempt for America. We're talking about Social Security. Stick to the topic.
America.
What are you going to do about Social Security?
4,400 American lives in Iraq.
You have a shortfall.
Have contempt for America.
You have a shortfall in the Social Security. Focus. What would you do about that?
I'm telling you how I would balance the budget, because unlike Republicans, I'm not full of it. I'm telling you, I would raise taxes for the rich. Remember when Reagan cut taxes? When Reagan cut taxes, it was still at 50%, and our economy did well. When we were in our golden age in America, the taxes were between 70 and 90%. I'm not saying we go there, but that was where we built the middle class. That's an option. Here's another option. Stop wasting so much money that's just getting right into the defense contractors' pockets. We send more on defense than the rest of the world combined. I've got constructive solutions.
For those who defend our country
is to rob Social Security.
Your contempt for those who defend our country is focused. I understand that.
You're being ridiculous. I don't want their lives lost. I don't want them being wasted so your defense contractor buddies can make more money.
Let's talk about Social Security. Social Security is the problem.
I already talked about it, and you already told me you're going to cut it.
No, I didn't. I said that there's a series of options.
Menu of options.
There are.
I know, and you love every one of them.
That's right. And you want to use it for a political issue rather than be an adult.
Be an adult. Rob
Someday you're going to have a child, and when a child's running short of money, then your options.
Congressman McEwen, you are very adult. The way you're going to rob those folks is very adult-like. All right, thank you for joining us.
That was perceptive. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. You heard it for yourself here. Anybody can judge it.